So today I decided to create a quick video. I normally put my videos on my private Facebook group, um, but today I felt like it should be public. I want to talk to you guys about disconnecting the emotions linked to finances. I'm coming from one point of view, but there are quite a few different points of view. I will give you an example. So, the fact here is that most people don't understand credit, they don't understand finances, they don't understand budgets. But what happens is that they end up having to deal with those things as adults. And because they have to deal with those things and don't understand it, there is a significant amount of stress involved whenever someone tries to work with them around their credit and their budget and their finances. Okay? I will give you an example just from a small real estate point of view, but this is not all inclusive. So, this scenario is a real scenario. So, the scenario is this person was wanting to get a home for a certain amount of money in a certain part of town, certain number of bedrooms, all that. The lender created a sheet that says if you find a home in this area, in this zip code, this many bedrooms, bathrooms, this much money, your payments might look like this. And then they have a disclaimer on the document that says your taxes and insurance can vary because there is no way to actually calculate the exact taxes and insurance until you pull up the taxes on that property and the actual insurance. Also, your interest rate might vary because we don't know when you're going to close on the property. Okay, so the rate may be up or down. There's that. It's all in writing. This person went through and found a property pretty fast, went under contract, and there was a significant amount of angst around everything the lender said. And so it was, well, the lender gave me this number in the beginning. Well, yes, the lender gave you that number, but they didn't know what the insurance company was going to charge you. They didn't know which property you were going to choose. They didn't know what your interest rate was going to be when you finally found a place. And this person's emotions were so wrapped up into the financial piece of it that they weren't fully understanding why the estimate did not match the actual. And it is just that when you first sit down with a lender, they're going to give you an estimate of what your payments are going to look like. But it's not going to be the actual. No, I don't know. They Miss Cleo, they can't read the future. And that was stated by them. It was stated in writing. It was stated by me. I reiterated it. But because they didn't fully understand that that was an estimate, they kept saying these are the actual numbers, and we were saying estimate. Everything in writing says estimates, and that was the emotions because they didn't fully understand the finances piece. They were extremely stressed out behind how the numbers didn't match. Now, it didn't matter that the final numbers were less than the estimate. The stress was that it was different, and they tied their whole life on the estimate being the actual and not necessarily being the final. And that's what I mean about disconnecting your emotions from financial decisions. Financial decisions, you probably should approach them like with a business mindset. And when I say business mindset, you are making this decision based upon your future and how to grow your business. Treat your personal finances like you would treat the finances of a business. If you don't know the difference between the two and you have a business, you probably don't have a very successful business because everything is business. When you're dealing with business, there's no emotion involved in that. It is all working toward your goals and your expected end, period. There is no way around that piece of it. So that goes into when you are working on your business, you have a business plan and you list out all your goals. You list out how you're going to meet every single goal, and you go back to that plan often to make sure that you are trending toward the goals that you set forth. Okay? That's business. In your personal finances, you should also have a list of goals. And in most people's situation should be your credit should be a goal. What number credit would you like to be at by a certain time in the year? How much money do you want to have in your savings account by a certain time of year? How much debt do you want paid off by a certain time of year? Those are your goals. How are you going to meet those goals? Now, if you are going after those goals, following the steps you laid out for those goals, emotion doesn't have time to jump in there because you're following your steps. You're following your plan. Okay? So you have to disconnect emotion from it. A lot of people see finances as something to be afraid of. I hear a lot of people say, well, they haven't jumped in and worked on their debt, on their credit, or anything because they simply have fear. There are others that keep saying, well, I don't know what to do because nobody is giving out any information. I'm sorry. There is so much free information out there, but most people don't even seek it. They don't attend. They don't look for it. That's not an excuse. We are in an information age. You must be willing to go out there and step out on faith and decide this is the day I am going to learn about budgeting, learn about finances, learn about credit. Separate the emotion. You're emotional and fearful because you don't understand it, and you're afraid that someone's going to tell you you can't have something that you want. Period. You can't see the benefits. It's almost like a diet. Most people avoid diets because they're afraid the diet's going to have a list of things they cannot have, but they don't think about the benefits of what they can have because they're stuck on the negative pieces of it. If you can get past the negative pieces of what you think you cannot have, what you think you cannot do, you can actually grow and you will see the benefits. Okay? That is my few minutes. I'm going to leave it alone from there, but I really want you guys to think about how you can disconnect the emotions from your finances because it's the emotions that are working as an anchor to your success. All right, guys, until next time.